match reaction to Palace's away game to Liverpool as we follow half of Anfield back down to London. After last week's shambolic display, Palace needed an instant reaction and they got it despite losing the game. It was a valiant effort from the team and also from the manager realising his mistakes and set out a team and a formation to kind of combat Liverpool's attacking prowess, putting five at the back with Ward and Van Aanholt operating as kind of more defensive wing backs compared to they were last week. Townsend operating off of Benteke and having then a midfield three of Loftus-Cheek, Luca and Punchin. And for the first half it was a fairly even game. Liverpool probably had slightly more of the chances. Palace looked good on the counter, but obviously we're missing Wilfried Zaha and his pace to play off of Benteke. We saw Tompkins come back into the side today and I thought he played rather well, arguably our best defender last season who's still at the club, and it was quite good to see him back in. The two loan signings, Fosu-Mensah and especially Ruben Loftus-Cheek, continue to impress, and Loftus-Cheek arguably man of the match with some very strong runs from midfield, good in the tackle, and his positional play was very good. And props as well to Wayne Hennessy, much maligned of late. Not everyone is his biggest fan, but with some very good saves that kept us in the game even late on to give us a chance. But it's going to be an important week for Palace with the last real week in the transfer window. Swansea coming up as well, and using the cup game against Ipswich to build on, to create confidence, to utilise tactics, and to give some of those fringe players a chance to shine, and then give them a reason for them to be selected. You know, Kai came off the bench today, looked creative, looked like he wanted it, and hopefully with more minutes under his belt, sort of thing, he'll provide an attacking option off the bench, which is something we're lacking at the moment. So important week up ahead, hopefully more signings through the door, a striker, perhaps a new goalkeeper, a right wing back and a backup winger, and hopefully that will strengthen the squad, and then on to Swansea where we look to get our first 3 points. As always, follow FYP throughout the season on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, and listen to the podcast that will be released later on in the week. Up the Palace.